Alright, welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. I'm here with Mort today, and we're going to talk about the Chicago Tecmo Meetup that we're doing on Tuesday, May 9th, so it's 1 week from today, 6:30 to 11 at Michael Anthony's in Berwyn, Illinois. Basically, we're setting up some old school TV tubes. We're going to have probably about 4 to 6 set up for people to come in and casually play some Tecmo. We also have a new tier system that we want to reveal, and we'll play a matchup with that tier system in this video as well. I did add a challenge to our meetup for Michael Anthony's next Tuesday, and basically anyone that wants a shot at it, the first person to beat Mort will get $50 on me. So Mort's gonna try to defend his Tecmo greatness.
So $50.
Yeah, and my $50,
which I'll have to take very seriously.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I want to recruit people out to the event, have a good Tecmo meetup. This is a local bar that also sponsors the softball team that I play on, the Nancys. So hopefully we get some people out there, some new local people, and we have a good time with it.
Yeah, and then that's next week Tuesday, right here in Chicago. We've already got Rico Rec from Milwaukee coming out, so if you're in the area, you can make it Tuesday night, hang out, we will, despite some rumors to the contrary, there will be beer and Tecmo. Yeah. So a certain person who hasn't signed up yet, I'm just saying this. If you heard a rumor that there was not beer in Tecmo, that is not true.
Yeah, we got some good beer deals at Michael Anthony's. They just put
food deals are amazing too.
They just put Summer Shandy on tap, Leinenkugel. They always have Anti-Hero IPA, and then they got some other good drafts. And if you like the domestic stuff, they got Miller Lite. If you like the Mexico beers, they got a little Modelo and Corona for you as well. The other thing we will be doing at this meetup is talking about the possibility to have another tournament, a small tournament, 16 players in May, but we'll talk about that at another time, and we'll also talk about it at the meetup and see if people are interested in that tournament, which we will also be using a tier system.
All right.
So,
of course, not everybody who watches us or sees this is going to be in Chicago. Well, there's actually a lot of Tecmo going on this summer, which is pretty cool.
Yes, there is. So
let's go over a couple of things. First, coming up this Saturday that would be in Northeast Ohio. It's the quarterly Northeast Ohio meetup, and that is going to, let me pull it up here, and that is being ran by Ryan McKay, Ultimate Weapon. He's run a few tournaments in Ohio a few years ago. Ninja Tecmo is going to have it at his pizzeria. Going to get a few guys together and play Tecmo. It's going to be a good time. I'm actually going to be out there. My brother's going to be out there.
Nice.
He's going to go and hang out. And that's going to be at the Italian Garden Restaurant in Mantua, Ohio, which is just a little bit southwest of Cleveland. And then there's actually a tournament going to be just similar to the one we're proposing, with a nice prize pool, but there's already 11 people committed. So if you're in the Cleveland area this Saturday and you got some time, just stop by and play some Tecmo. Then we got a few of our traditional tournaments going on. We have the third running of the Super Bowl, which is going to be on June the 24th in Columbus, Ohio.
Nice.
Also in Ohio.
A lot of Ohio tournaments.
Yep, there's a lot of Ohio tournaments in the summer. The Midwest Tecmo Super Bowl Tournament will be July the 22nd. I believe this is the ninth year they've been running it. Ran by Chris Volt. That's in Fairfield, Ohio. That's just outside of Cincinnati. Then also in Ohio, we're going to have a Cleveland tournament in Avon Lake. That's one of the suburbs of Cleveland. That's on August the 5th. So there's a lot of Tecmo going on in the Ohio area. Also on August the 5th is Tecmo Dallas, presented by Tecmo Madison. That's being run by Dave Murray, who also did the Tecmo Madison tournament, and it's being heavily sponsored, 64 people. And it's rumored that the Madison champion, Joey Gatz, is going to be out there, as well as runner-up Regulator.
Nice.
A few other things going on. These are a little bit later. the end of the year, but we have, let's move, there's rumors of Tecmo Experience that might be happening again in North Dakota. That would be Burning Mort. And so if we get any news about that, it's 2 days in the woods. It's named after this Mort guy. And as long as they don't burn me at the stake, I'll go this year.
Yeah, I just learned about this tournament today, and I was asking Mort, so is this something you made? And he's like, nope. I'm like, have you ever been there? Nope. He's like, it's like a Tecmo meetup in the woods. Like,
It's basically a 2-day event. It's like going on like a business, one of those business retreats where you have team events, except for it's Tecmo Super Bowl and beer and it's a few tits in this area in North Dakota. It's awesome. If you've seen any of the videos, the North Dakota guys know how to throw a party. They do know how to do that. All right, moving down the list. Des Moines, Iowa. This is a lot later. This is November the 11th of 2017. They're having their 4th tournament. That's a little bit later, but we're going to just mention a few other tournaments that are coming up that have been listed on TecmoBowl.org. Everybody gets the equal share. We have in Southington, Connecticut. I believe this is the 8th or 9th running of the Connecticut Tecmo tournament. No, actually, number 9. Number 9 of the Connecticut Tecmo Tournament. I've won this tournament 3 years. It's run by Eric Arnkenem, and it's a great time. It's I would say, about 2 hours from Boston, maybe an hour from Providence, Rhode Island. Great tournament, great time. Then we have my own tournament with me and Lewis, the Buffalo 6-Pack. That'll be on September the 16th of 2017 in Buffalo. Location to be determined.
And that one's got all sorts of a wacky format.
Yeah, we call it the 6-Pack because it's 6 unique games in Tecmo. It's the most fun Tecmo tournament you'll play it. We don't really do normal matchups. We just have some fun. We got some rules this year that we've gone over. We're going to feature the Tecmo Lurch versus the Tecmo Slappy. So one player gets the Lurch, but that other player might slap the controller out of your hand. Let's go over. We got a few other interesting ones. We have next man up is where we have each player benches a person on the other person's team. We've got Trick'em Dick'em Fumblerooski round, which means you have to put a flea flicker in your playbook.
Nice.
We got, as I said, the Fargo is the Slappies versus Lurchies. We get Shit Got Real, which I came up with this year. That means you can't kick field. You have to punt on 4th down, and you got to be inside the 40 to kick a field goal. We got the Helen Keller.
Like Madden rules.
Yeah, online. We got the Helen Keller where we literally cover the time left in the game. You play a normal game, but you don't know how much time's ever left in the game. And then finally, we have just the plain old Madison rules for 1 round.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but it's not.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
And when you get to the championship game, you get to play Redemption, and that means it's a Bills-Giants game.
Bills, okay, yeah, because you're in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo, and Buffalo should have won that game.
4 Super Bowl losses, I get it.
Now, on the West Coast, we have Tecmo on the West Coast. It's Pippin Ain't Easley. That'll be on September the 3rd in Seattle, Washington. It's being hosted by DT.
Yep.
And
cool name with that tournament.
Well, very cool name.
Got a crack out of that one.
Although that's all we have listed. I know there's a couple things that will come up, like the Tomzak Bowl. That's usually late in the year, but then that would probably be all the tournaments. New York City isn't on here, but that's usually in October as well. That's another very good tournament. Usually draws about 50 people.
Not bad.
And there'll probably be a couple other tournaments in the South. They usually throw 3 or 4 a year down there. So just get out this summer and play some Tecmo.
And yeah, this summer it's Tecmo Dallas looks like a big one. So I think that one's interesting. I should see how it goes with the Let's Play Gaming Expo, because I don't know how long that's been going on. But it should be interesting to see how the retro, just the retro gaming community in general, combines with the Let's Play Tecmo players. We got
Dante Jenkins.
Yeah, we got a live chatter going on right now. So thanks for that roundup, Mort. A lot of good Tecmo tournaments to take a look at.
If there's nothing going on near you, start your own meetup.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, you'll have a full tournament.
Yeah, hopefully we could get something going in Chicago. We had some guys interested at Tecmo Madison. I think our goal is just to run like a small 16-team tournament to start off with. And
that'd be perfect.
Then see how it goes. So what we're going to do right now is give our tier system a go. And we'll reveal it at our meetup. We got a nice printout.
Those who remember the old tier system, it's a little similar. The only thing we're doing is we're just making sure that when you do it to the new tier system, that you can pick whatever team you want over and over again to make it easier on newer players.
Yes, exactly. So we want to give a guide to the newer players because you remember the Cowboys being good in the 90s, but in Tecmo Super Bowl, they're just a mid to lower mid-tier team. So you want to kind of give people a guide on that. So that's what our tier system aims to do, to educate newer players, and then also gives them a fighting chance by telling them which teams should match up against each other. So what we're going to do is flip a coin wherever that coin's at.
We got the Pikachu
basically,
coin.
the way this will work, to simplify things, is the first... The guy who wins a coin toss is first player and picks the tier, and then second player gets to pick his team first, and then first player gets to pick his team next.
All right, so call it.
Heads.
And we've got tails, so I won.
Mort won the toss, so let's just reveal. We'll let you know what teams are in what tier. So tier 1 is 49ers, Giants, Oilers, Buffalo, and 49ers ban is optional. Tier 2 is Chiefs, Bears, Raiders, Eagles, Dolphins, Bengals. That's 6 teams. Tier 3 is Minnesota, Detroit, Rams, Chargers, Redskins, Buccaneers, Broncos, and Cowboys. Tier 4 is Steelers, Cardinals, Falcons, Jets, Saints. And then Tier 5 is Packers, Browns, Seahawks, Patriots, Colts. So
let's put on a little bit of a show and go with Tier 2.
All right, so Tier 2. So Mort picks Tier 2. That means you could pick any of the Tier 2 teams or below. So I have quite a bit of options here. So, but of course, since we picked Tier 2, I'm probably going to pick a team in the second tier. And I think for this one, I get to pick first, and I'm player 2. And I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with the Raiders. I'm going to test my luck with Bo Jackson and that 75 max speed, see what it can get me. So,
that leaves me. That's not where I thought you were going with it, but which team to go with? I'm going to go with Miami.
All right.
I'll do something a little different, get Miami out there.
When me and Mort were playing some games preparing for Tecmo Madison, he did pick this matchup, and I was kind of surprised by it, but he took care of business. He beat me with the Dolphins, so. Bills-Niners, no, we're not going with that one. The problem with the Bills-Niners matchup in Tecmo is the Bills secondary isn't too good, so it's really tough to stop the passing game of the 49ers when Joe Montana has an 81 pass control and Jerry Rice has 81 receptions, and then John Taylor's also good, Brent Jones, so... And they just don't. The Bills don't have the guys with interceptions.
I mean, it's hard for the teams with good defensive
backs
to stop them.
Yeah, even if you have the best defensive backs, like Mark Carrier on the Bears, it's still tough to stop the 49ers. So yeah, that's still a tough matchup.
You said Raiders.
Raiders, yep. All right, looks like I got my playbook. I'm sticking with it. I could switch it up. Let's see who we got in. We got Horton for his hitting power, but his running speed's slow. I know Mort likes to put in guys with faster running speed, so I'll do that. I'll put in Willie Galt. And a lot of times the Raiders matchup comes down to how Jay Schrader's doing. Scott Davis. All right, I'm good to go. All right. He loves Bo Jackson. What's up, Mitch? How's it going? So we're just we're testing out a tier system that we have in place in case we run tournaments in the future. And I went with the Raiders in tier 2, and then Mort matched up with the Dolphins. Good luck.
Good luck. I mean, it still produces great matchups like this. I mean, I'm not the type of guy who can be the same team over and over because, like, all the teams have weaknesses, and like just because they're at the top of the tier doesn't mean that the team. It just means that their weakness is the other guy can know instantly which team to pick out to take advantage of their weakness. Like, a lot of people will point to this where you can be Kansas City every time. Well, I wouldn't want to be Kansas City against Miami for too many games.
Yeah, and then the advantage what you're trying to take advantage of in this game is the fact that my interceptions isn't high in the secondary, even though the Raiders have a really fast defense. They just don't have good interceptions. So, and Miami has a great passing game, so that's what Mort's trying to take advantage of. And first play, it might work out.
Wow.
You get a JJ.
Wow.
And Dan Marino.
Now that I did not see coming.
Deontay Jenkins asking if you remember the epic comeback the Bills mounted against the Oilers in the playoffs.
I kind of remember it when it was going on. I've seen the highlights. I know I was watching part of that game when they came back that day, but I was like, what was it? That was 93. I must have been 10 and like, yeah, I must have been 10 years old when that happened, so I don't know how long my attention span was for it.
Yeah, you had a lot of other options on that one. Wow.
Really,
the stats were not in my favor there, but I got the interception.
That's what I get for throwing a page like that, thinking he could dive or something.
Oh, that was Tony Page, so yeah, that was a little bit better odds for me.
Yeah.
And here's Bo.
I figured
doing a Kia commercial right now. So I juked myself on that one.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And Bo Jackson is blasting through.
Yeah. That's the one problem with that.
Yeah, he had a couple guys on him and he was still able to stay up. So gotta lead with the Raiders, and he got the ball first. So looking good to start the game, but gotta keep it up. It's a long game from here. It's still the first quarter. Ooh, and he's busting through. Thought I had that one bottled up, but I guess not. Just dove over there to stop him, but that one was way too easy. Chat wants to know if you're a big Bruce Smith fan.
Oh yeah. Bruce Smith's very likable.
He's also a beast in this game.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
think I just heard that on the radio recently. They were talking about the Bills. I think it was the last time in Buffalo. I think Bruce Smith is actually probably the most popular player in Buffalo from those teams that went to the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, I've been to the Sabres games. I've been to like 3 or 4 of them. Like, it was a good time. The Sabres haven't been good in a while, though, unfortunately, but it's always a good time. Oh boy, I gotta stop choosing that guy in defense.
Are you choosing Offerdahl?
Yeah, it doesn't work against Bo Jackson.
It's too fast.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can do something about this.
Ooh, bottle me up there.
There we go. That's what I need. These guys to play some defense for me. Oh, come on.
Bo Jackson is just blazing on this field right now. Are you a Thurman Thomas guy?
Thurman's okay. You gotta keep in mind I'm a Packers fan, too. Like, I mean, my team growing up was the Packers, so, like, the Bills are okay, though.
Brett Favre super fan?
Yeah, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, that'd be sick. Didn't they both go to the same college, Thurman and Berry? Oklahoma? Something like that?
Yeah, I think very well. Sure. Oh, gotta watch you on those kick returns.
I know in the 80s they had a couple of great running backs at Oklahoma.
Bust out some tapping for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gotta be kidding me.
Marino missed that. That I wouldn't expect.
It's in his bread basket. Oh, wow. I had him if he had let him. Oh, wow.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, Yeah. And Bo Jackson's true as shit. Alright, that $50 may not be that safe.
Well, if I play you, it'll just stay in my pocket.
Yeah. Oh,
You just gotta beat everyone
I
else.
see the first game's gonna be against you.
Yeah. No one's giving me $50 if I beat you.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if I can do something to at least keep this interesting for the stream. 34 seconds.
Could be JJ City. Nice little out to the tight end there.
Oh, nice tackle. Oh, fuck it, let's go.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
Shit.
Time expires.
I'm really off. Let that happen. Oh, well.
You just crushed me in the last practice game we played.
Yeah, it was different teams, though. These ones, it's a different game now. I'm getting my ass kicked. Let's see if I can have somebody do something.
Shit, burrito. Oh, thought it was time to give Marcus Allen a carry. Make it a 3-score game if I could hit this.
I think you got it.
Ooh, off the upright and good. Sterling Sharp, Antonio Freeman, Robert Brooks, Donald Driver, Greg Jennings.
Antonio Freeman, because I watched more games with Freeman in it than anybody, and he had some good years in between when the Packers won the Super Bowl. I always remember the one catch, that amazing catch he made against the Vikings on Monday night. It was an incredible catch.
I always liked Donald Driver. He had a nice long career.
He did.
Raiders secondary came out to play today. Am I pounding brews? No. I'm drinking a cola. No brews tonight. Next Tuesday, though, brews for sure. I'm running a tab next Tuesday. Do they ever do a Tecmo with current rosters? Oh, yeah. They've been coming out with ROM hacks for that for quite some time, and then they actually come out with a physical cartridge since probably like 2012 or 13.
Yeah.
So yes, the answer is yes. Adam Driver went from homeless to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, he had one of those stories like that.
Oh, wow.
Under Dan running out of bounds.
And that's the ball game.
I felt like that was a fumble too, because there was like 4 guys converging in on him. Man, not good blocking there.
Jeez.
Nice.
There's a touchdown. Oh, wow.
I'm feeling confident in my Bo Jackson skills. I think I played you a couple times before with the Raiders, and you beat me both times. But this time,
No, I can't stop the run game consistently enough.
but that's what you have to do. You know, it's good to be good at both run and pass. So you got to take advantage of what your team's good at. I mean, typically I like to pass more, but when you're using the Raiders, you just gotta you gotta call at least 60% run. Because Jay Schrader's not always going to be on his game. Bo knows football, that's for sure. Tony Page? Think so.
Oh, wow. All the blocking just vanished.
And the Dolphins have one of the best blocking teams in the game.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, boy. Bad.
That run up the middle is just doing it for me this game. Mort, you a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan?
No, I have no idea what that is.
It's like a rap group of the 90s.
I don't really listen to rap, so. Let's see if we can put one drive together.
Well, Reno showing the scrambling skills. The tight end's covered there.
Yeah, they were all covered. Take 2 weeks off and your reactions are just dead.
Yeah, I know, right? That's how I felt the first time I played you. I'm like, I feel like I have no shot in this game.
There's another fumble.
Good game.
All right, good game. Definitely, no, definitely. That's just not there, but hey, no, great game. We definitely gotta remember to get out there and play some Tecmo.
Yeah, that was experiment of the tier list there. Looking back on it, would you match up the Dolphins against the Raiders again, or?
Oh, sure. Just, of course, I'd use any team against the Raiders. Any one of those teams that we have listed would be fine against the Raiders.
Yeah, Bo Jackson, 280. Jay Schrader maybe passed with them once.
Yeah.
For 31 yards. Bo Jackson. He was in the end zone quite a bit. Hootie and the Blowfish fan? Green Day?
Nah. I mean, I've heard a couple songs from each group, but not really into them.
So, that's pretty much it for tonight. We just wanted to talk about our meetup, also other Tecmo tournaments coming up. And, if you're into the Tecmo scene, if you're into retro sports gaming in general, Tecmo Super Bowl has the best retro sports gaming scene of all the games. That's why I cover it so much. Not only because I love the game and it is my favorite game of all time, but because it has such a great community and there's tournaments all the time. So if you get good at this game, you come play in the tournaments throughout the whole country. You have a chance to win cool prizes and money at a lot of the tournaments. So
I can't think of any other video game that's been discontinued that has a following that can claim that following is at least 500 to 1,000 people. At least. And that's where ours is at least, if you look at Tecmo Madison attendance, and assuming not everybody goes every year, at least 500 or 1,000 people who are into it. I can't say that about any other game that's discontinued. When you keep in mind a lot of games that still have tournaments that are live, they still get produced by the big video gaming customers. Like if Madden or NBA or if the NBA series 2K has its tournament, those games are still being produced.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the fighting games, a lot of those games, like Street Fighter, started off in like '93 or '94, but that game's still being produced. Same for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, another good tournament that I didn't talk about on this one, but it was the Retro Sports World Series, or just the Retro World Series, not sports. Retro World Series. It's ran by a guy named Hal. I think he's from Texas. They do different retro games, not just sports games, but I think they were doing some Smash Brothers over the weekend. So that's another cool thing to check out as well.
Yeah, that is.
That's why when I was saying earlier, like the Tecmo Super Bowl going into Let's Play Gaming Expo. Now we got the biggest retro game out there as far as what the tournaments can be at the event. So I just want to see how those two worlds come together, and hopefully they come together in unison. But yeah,
that's going to be interesting. Either way, if I might be able to make the Dallas tournament, I don't know. It's going to be a hard one. I mean, I'm trying to see if it can work out with work time and stuff. But it'll be fun. I mean, it might help put Tecmo on the scene for a lot of people. Because not everybody can make, because most of our tournaments are in the Northeast. That's the one thing.
yes.
Like, almost every tournament, if you just look at the Northeast United States, they're either in Ohio, they're either in Wisconsin, right around Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, New York, or Connecticut. They're all in the Northeast, so like if you're in other parts of the country, it's kind of like excluding, unless you want to make the cost to fly it to get out to Madison or one of the other tournaments.
Yeah, and I have a theory behind this too. It's because, all the northeastern states, midwestern states, they're cold during the winter, and there's not like that much to do as far as like there's no mountains and stuff to go like skiing, and so you just sit inside and you play some video games for 3 to 4 months every year. Yeah. So that's why you have such a big scene with it. And then once it gets warm out, then sometimes the scene dies down a little bit online. And one more thing I wanted to mention that I thought was pretty cool is Troy GB Land has a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, and he's doing actually a lot. I should have mentioned him, and I'm sorry about the shortchange of mentioning him because he's doing a live tournament too.
Yes,
pretty soon. Do you have a date for that?
Well, I don't have a live tournament. I just know that they're doing an online tournament right now. And the thing that's cool about it is they've been doing commentary on, I think, pretty much all of the games. It started off just being Troy, but then Ryan P11, Ryan Stewart jumped on board. He's got a YouTube channel, so if you want to see some more Tecmo games, check out his. And then he had some guest commentators, so there's actually 2 guys commentating on the game. And the one that I watched was like Old Dirty Tecmo, and he did a great job color commentating for a game that him and Troy were announcing. So I think that's a pretty cool project.
I've got some good news.
What's that?
This is from Flo. Looks like the old beer and Tecmo call out worked.
Old beer and Tecmo call out for Flo looks good for Tuesday, May 9th. So if you want to see how to get down on Tecmo and beer at the maximum, here's your guy. He comes fully suited up in red sometimes, and Deion Sanders clothing.
Oh man, that was an awesome outfit. Yeah.
He's always got something up his sleeve to make the tournaments fun. So he should be a good guy to get there and live text right now. He says 95%. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on in the Tecmo world. That's we're trying to do the meetup and see if there's any viability of a Tecmo scene in Chicago. But that's going to do it for us tonight. So thanks for checking this out. If you got any comments or Tecmo tournaments you're throwing that we didn't mention, feel free to comment below in the video, and also go on tecmobowl.org and post your information there. Sign up, post it in live tourneys, and see if you can get something going.
All right, awesome.
All right, good.